Okay, we need to find the surface area of a hemisphere. And so let's start by just doodling here this a sphere. A sphere, I'm going to draw it like this. And it says the radius of the great circle, that's exactly cutting through this thing. The radius is 8.4 inches. Now, the thing is, when I create a hemisphere, and let me grab my eraser here, you're cutting this thing in half. You're cutting the sphere exactly in half. And so a lot of people, when they're doing the surface area questions, they want to say, okay, well, we're going to just do half of a sphere. But that doesn't actually work. And the reason why that doesn't work is because when you cut a sphere in half, it's exactly half of the sphere. That's not a very well drawn half of the sphere. But it's the thing is, you've created a new surface now, right? You've created a new surface. This surface right here, this circle is now shown as a surface. So the surface area, since the surface area of a sphere is surface area is 4 pi r squared. To find the surface area of a hemisphere, we need to do half of that sphere, absolutely. But we can't stop there because we also just added this new surface right here, right? This circle that is now shown is now a new surface of the sphere. So we'd have to add to this the area of this circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So we're going to do the surface area, divide by 2, and then we're going to add to it this. We could do some algebra to this first. If you really wanted to, instead of just working this all out like this, you could say, okay, well, the 4 and 2 cancel. So it'd be 2 pi r squared plus pi r squared. And then you could say, oh, well, those are both pi r squared, so I could just add them together and get 3 pi r squared. So I could do the question like this. I could also do it by this original way. And let's do it both ways and see if we get the same answer. So let's start with this way here. 4 times pi times 8.4 squared. And then we're going to divide that by 2. I'm going to add to that pi times 8.4 squared. Or we could just say 3 times pi times 8.4 squared. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try it both ways here. Let's see what we get. So we can do 4 pi r squared divided by 2 to get half that, then add that one of those pi r squareds back, right? Or we can just do it this way. Okay, so here we go. So let's try it out this way. 8.4 squared. 4 times second pi times 8.4 squared. Divide that by 2. I get 443.3. So I get 443 it's 0.341. So I'm going to do 0.34. I don't want to round it off all the way yet. Now let's do this one. Pi times 8.4 squared. 221.67. 221.67. And so I get 443.34 plus 221.67. So let's add those. 443.34 plus 221.67. I get 665.01. 665.01. If I round that, it would just be 665.0. Now let's just do it this way just to see if it gets to be the same thing. So let's do 3 times pi times 8.4 squared. Look at there, 665.0123, right? So 665.012, blah, blah, blah. Round it off. If you round off to the nearest tenth, it's exactly the same final answer. So you get the same answer either way you go, and this was inches, so it'd be inches squared either way you go. But that's how you find the surface area of a hemisphere. And it was 665.0 inches squared. That's the answer to that question.